Oh yeah, this guy. Someone suggested this fellow a little while ago. This is no longer on the playlist, by the way. We've made our way through the playlist. There's some more stuff I jumped over, but so we might get back to it at some point. But going to some other things I have here. This is a gentleman named Big Soprano. And I just don't know about this one because the description of the channel says this channel is not a troll. And yeah, he does like, my meds are ruining my life. I just lost all my friends. I give up on life. I failed my Halloween plans because I have no friends. I give up. Video games aren't fun. I suck at video games. My favorite video game music explained! Or just regular music, I guess. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It kind of sounds like it's probably going to be a fucking joke. You know, you shouldn't have to clarify that necessarily. But let's see. He gives up on life. What's going on here, buddy? What happened?
Hey guys, it's Big Soprano. So this will be a half serious, well, half depressing, half not depressing video because there's both sides to this. But basically, I give up on life, and that is like partially true. So
Partially.
I gave up on life a long time ago. I've had shitty luck with...
And we're getting some good doomers today on the stream. Between the election stuff and all this, it's been...
finding good jobs. I had a lot of trauma last year.
Oh, man.
And
Did
everything...
you guys lose a bridge in your town? You had to, like, take a bus or something? What happened?
Everything was just fucking shit last year. And I also did drugs. And I also caught a case. And shit like that.
Damn, sounds crazy. I'm sorry that happened. Bing, bing, wahoo!
And yeah, it's true. A lot of bad things have happened to me last year. And I think it's fair for me to give up on life. And I gave up.
I mean, like, it also doesn't sound so outlandish the way he's just talking about this that I have to assume it's a troll. You know, like that. I could see this just being a guy it could just be a guy playing Mario and talking about how he's depressed, I guess. But the way that it clarifies that this channel is not a troll, it's kind of, you know, it's like, what do you mean there's no bomb under the table? I didn't even think that that was a possibility, but now it's in my mind.
Up on life a long time ago. But on the other side, I feel so much better than I did exactly 1 year ago, where it's only been a few months since I last did drugs. Only about like 2 months or so.
This is supposed to represent his struggles with addiction, by the way. Like, he's underwater, and it's like he's up, you know, there's horrible terrors when you're on drugs. Sometimes you get like delusions and hallucinations. You might see a giant eel. You feel like you're underwater, the pressure of so much on top of you because you're on drugs. It's actually, you know, he has creativity, and his creativity, you can see it in these videos. So it's actually, this is some good stuff that we're seeing here.
And I just feel like, compared to last year, I feel amazing.
I wish we could get a little tiny J-Link dancing in the corner, just dancing alongside the Dire Docs theme. Just like a cutout J-Link. Somebody needs to go in and keyframe every fucking, like, you know, make like a full video of his, but it's just a transparent GIF you can overlay. Just have that over the entire stream. It would be great.
And while I wouldn't say I exactly feel amazing these days, because I'm too medicated and depressed, my medication is really fucking with me, so I'm not exactly
he's gonna die
at my peak quite yet. But
this fucking,
with each day,
dude,
my peak comes closer and closer, or it seems more possible to peak again. And that might...
Oh, he just peaked. It's such good filmmaking, chat. Just when he's talking about how he might peak again, he finally escapes the crushing pain. He was about to die. Chat, you don't understand. He was about to die from his drugs. and probably his grandma or something. I don't know, but his drugs was gonna kill him, and now he's peaked again.
Be a weird conversation.
But now he's going back under.
I peaked in this year and this and that. I'm just saying, I still have hope. I have gained hope. The past year or so, I gained hope in my life. Maybe recently.
I don't know. This was 3 days ago. He's a man. Why do you have hope, sir? What's going on? What's going on? What did you do?
So, but now I have hope. I feel like it's getting more and more possible for me to get a job and actually not quit it after like a week.
Oh, he's gonna die.
And while
he's going for it.
While I am not completely ready to get a job, because I'll probably quit in a week, I feel like that goal will be reached soon. I just need to get my medication
I thought you were giving up on life, fucker.
Situation figured out.
That almost came out as a different F word.
That's all I need to do. And who knows?
Oh, not this one. This is like the worst level.
Maybe it's the meds. Maybe it's not the meds. I mean, I probably would still be depressed after I get my meds fixed up and lowered and all that. Yeah, I'd probably be depressed, but probably less depressed compared to
smoke the cess, right? So you know, he gives up on life in that one, but here I want to see. This is from 15 hours ago. He says, "I just lost all my friends. Oh no." There's a sad
Mario. Hey guys,
I
opened thumbnail. Up a Discord server for anyone willing to join. It'll be in the description below. Anyways, so this won't
be... You had a bit of a typo in saying the word description there, but it's okay.
Be a repeat of my other video where I lost all my friends, because now it's another friend group. So it's not the same situation at all. I want to clarify
Mario drowned and you're
I'm
peeking.
not just making the same videos over and over. But anyways, I left my
joining the server
in last friend group I was in.
You
and
left
that's
or you
because
were
there's
out?
Too much negativity that goes on.
I hate that negativity
in there, and I don't want that negativity in my life anymore. I've been dealing with it ever since I came back.
You know, J-Link didn't want that shit either.
To that friend group, they've just been much more harsh. They've been saying jokes that are more like personal attacks rather than jokes. It's a joke in the way to make fun of me.
Well, with these Mario skills, I can see why.
But to me, it's not a joke.
Isn't this like his favorite game? He plays this in every video. Why does he suck?
More like a personal attack. And I don't want people to attack me or my character anymore, so I will not be...
Oh, you know somebody's real cool when they start talking about attacking their character. Ugh.
Talking to at least a few of the people there anymore, because I just can't deal with it anymore. Because ever since I left the group chat while on acid, and
on acid?
Disappeared off the face of the earth for like a few weeks. They've just been much harsher to me, much more mean-spirited, you know? And it doesn't help.
Are you sure it wasn't just the acid making you think that, bro?
Person continues to consistently crash out and continues to prove why they're the fakest person in my life. So why would I be talking in a friend group if there's, well, at least one person there that I consider to be the fakest person in my life? The snake of my life, right?
Oh man,
so,
Poopy Pants 6969 fucking strikes again.
I talked it out with a few people about the situation, not saying I made up or anything. And I'm not happy, I'm not sad, just empty about it, you know?
I just feel nothing inside.
And that's how life goes. At least for me, at least. Everything just makes me feel empty. But it's all good in the end. Who knows if I'll ever come back to my...
Who knows? You know, as Mario once said, yeah! Woohoo! Yeah. I think we could all learn from that.
only friends or not, because I don't know when I will go back or if they'll even accept me. But yeah, dude, this is what's been going on, at least as of like a day ago, because I wanted to delete Discord completely. That I was offline for most of the from like the evening to like today, because I deleted Discord because of all the negativity.
So he's just like upset with Discord, and that's the video. I don't know, cause like, yeah, everyone makes their videos like this, right? Where it's just them fucking user ranting and they're playing their fucking game, and I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. But it's just the constant Mario. It makes you think it's going to be a gaming channel, but it really isn't. It's just kind of him whining. Doomerisms. He lost all his friends. That was the most recent one. I want to see about how video games aren't fun, but I should also see about how I suck at video games here. That seems like the first
problem. Hey guys,
problem.
it's Big Soprano. So,
hey, Big Soprano.
If you haven't noticed from my gameplay, I suck at video games. I really do. I fucking suck at video games.
I have noticed, actually.
And I made plenty of like horrendous plays.
Like right there.
Games
Look at
like
that.
Super Mario Galaxy, the past while or so.
Bro. Does he play anything other than Mario?
There's this one clip of me, you know, like the blue like thing you hover, the blue like star you hover over, like that puts Mario in a bubble, and you hover over it and press A on the Wiimote, and it drags Mario to it. Well, I kept dragging myself directly into a fucking cannonball like 6 times until I fucking died. So that's probably one of the worst clips on this channel so far. But there's probably multiple very bad clips and plays for my channel. But I fucking suck at video games, and growing up, I didn't.
Isn't this like all you do?
Suck at video games. I was probably like above average at the very least. But now I'm like complete shit. I used to think I was like below average or whatever than that. But I generally believe I'm shit at video games. And I wasn't like a year ago.
Shit at video games. Look at him fly past that red coin.
Oh, I swear I was good at video games a year ago.
Is he going for it? He's going for it?
Ever since I moved into this new house, I've been shit at everything in life. Honestly, like, video games haven't been fun, music hasn't been fun, none of that since I moved into this new house, and I don't know if it's my meds or past trauma.
No, it's probably some combination of the meds and whatnot,
or everything that happened to me last year, but
the trauma of having done a drug.
Maybe it's my meds, but I just fucking suck at video games now. And when I first started this channel,
therapy speak really didn't need to take over the fucking public consciousness. Just everybody having trauma because they decided to take heavy drugs and went to prison or whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, that sounds traumatic, I guess. Yeah, sure, but just more trauma.
Well, that's the first time I genuinely got to play
trauma of sucking
video games for like less than 10 minutes straight, and I just don't game very often these days. The only time I game is when I'm recording a video for you guys. But
so why do you even do that? Like, you could just make a video that's not video games. It's like you just talk about how miserable you are and then play video games. Why do you even do that? I mean, it comes across as because it's for attention, right? It comes across as you trolling and looking for attention, right? Like, that's kind of how it looks. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's... I can't confirm if that's the real reason, you know? Because it also seems like it could just be a guy who's feeling down and depressed. Who knows? But, Yeah, there's no real reason to play the video game. You don't even need to be on camera. You could just do black screens. But you play video games, and specifically Mario Bing Bing Wahoo video game is what you play. Uh, that's it's just an interesting choice, is all.
Maybe I've taken too long of a break from video games. Like, I don't even play video games when I'm bored. When I'm bored, I scroll on fucking Twitter of all things. And I think that's a worse, like, that's that's a much worse use of my time compared to video games. Like, you could say that video games are a bad use of your free time or whatever and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying is I spend my time on Twitter. I don't really spend my time on video games, even when I'm bored.
Yeah, he just doom scrolls Twitter. That's good for you, buddy.
So I just really suck at video games right now, and a part of me thinks it's my meds, and it's a fact. Even my mom brought this up. My meds make me slower in the brain, and I'm not saying they make me.
I'm slow in the minds. Oh, he's about to drop a
retarded.
Oh.
They just make me genuinely slower in the brain. And maybe that's why I fucking suck at video games now. Because, like, I take, like, probably, like, about 10 pills.
So, on pills, slow in the brain, Twitter all the time. Yep, checks out.
A day. Maybe, like, 3 in the morning. Fuck. Less than 10, definitely. But, like, I think like 3 in the morning, 4 or 5 at night. So I'm always medicated, and I'm on some pretty high dosage of meds. So I feel like because my meds make me slower in the brain and there's such high dosage that it affects my gaming. I don't know if this sounds like a good.
Yeah, he's taking 10 pills a day. And playing Mario and bitching all day. That's life. That's the life right there. Yeah, sounds like a miserable existence. My experience working at McDonald's. So he tries to also do like video game news or whatever, and that's just interesting to me. Like, you're just gonna talk to me about the. Imagine finding, and you're just like, oh, I was looking for a video talking about the Nintendo music thing. I don't want to watch any of the big channels. Let me give this guy's video a view, and then you check out the rest of his channel. I mean, let's see how normal this is.
The Nintendo Switch Online.
23 downvotes here.
Nintendo Music.
Not a popular
app
one.
Dropped exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online users who bought the subscription. It's basically paywalled by like $20. But it's a paywalled app where you get to listen to Nintendo music. And I think that is a great idea. It was just...
See, why would I ever want that when I can just watch fucking J-Link and you and get the full experience, you know?
Executed. You see, there's barely any games on here to listen to music from. I can name a couple that are missing. Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64... Super Mario Galaxy 2, games like that are missing from this.
They're obviously gonna add more, dude. Like, I don't know how old you are, but Nintendo always does this ridiculous drip feed fucking thing, so people don't like leave them because they have like a fear of abandonment or something. I don't know.
Barebones Nintendo Music app, and it mainly only has like Nintendo Switch music, and I have no interest in Nintendo Switch music. In fact, I think the music of Nintendo Switch game dampens like the experience.
What?
Because like the tracks just get so repetitive. Like Mario Kart 8, I am sick of hearing the title screen.
Ow, why? Ow, ow, why? It's not necessary. Jesus of Christ. Yeah, it sure does go crazy.
Who would be listening to the title screen?
So he's upset with the Switch game music being repetitive, but he's playing the Mario game that has MIDI music. Like, dude, what do you mean? You're just... It says bad opinion, so it's just, yeah, it's this whole thing really is just like an attempt to be like a Harman Smith with a twist, I guess. Something like that. I don't know.
Of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But that's just my personal opinion. I've never heard anyone bring this up, so don't mind my opinion. I'm not saying all Nintendo Switch soundtracks are bad. I just find them annoying. Okay? But anyways, a cool game soundtrack that is on here is Super Mario Galaxy. And I'm pretty sure it has most of the tracks from the game, at least. I'm not sure. I feel like they're missing some for some reason, but I'm not sure. I haven't confirmed. But
great video, man.
It would have been cool if the Super Mario...
I mean, he's got a great voice for doing this if he's doing this on purpose, you know?
Galaxy soundtrack used the cover art of the...
Like, I couldn't... If a guy's videos if he had this voice, I couldn't listen to this
soundtrack when it actually released back in, like, 2008. I think that would be a nice throwback and make it seem more official. Because, as of right now, it's just the Wii cover of Super Mario Galaxy.
How embarrassing.
It's laughable how little games there are on here. There is one single GameCube soundtrack, and it's for Metroid Prime. And there's plenty of great GameCube soundtracks out there, like Super Mario Sunshine.
You can, like, hear the snot.
Super Smash Bros. Melee. Luigi's Mansion. I just think this Nintendo Music app is underbaked, rushed, and they tried to get it out before the Switch lifespan ends.
Yeah, like if I just clicked on this video and just was looking for Switch whatever news, that would be really miserable to sit through. Yeah, how long back does this... Yeah, it just keeps going. I mean, I need advice. Like, we're going back a month. The pandemic made me high without drugs. What?
Hey guys, it's Big Soprano. I'm bipolar, by the way. At least my meds...
You know, there's a lot of people right now that should identify themselves that way when they introduce themselves to people, so that's just good. I just appreciate that. You know, that would probably help a lot. Every time you meet a woman with dyed hair, just be like, "Hi, I'm Becky, I'm bipolar, by the way." I mean, they usually do that anyway. But, like, yeah, you know, it's helpful. It's helpful to know.
Are treating me for bipolar. So what I'm talking about, maybe bipolar disorder. But I think I had this mental illness that went away. So first we're going to talk about COVID. So COVID happened to everybody.
Right.
And everyone's been through the lockdown. And... whenever I would do something I enjoy, like play my favorite game, listen to my favorite music, or do my favorite thing, like play my favorite thing or listen to my favorite thing, like I just said, whenever I would do that, I would feel like, ever since the pandemic started, I would feel like euphoria from every single thing I've touched that I enjoy. Like, I would feel this great euphoria. And that's probably the happiest I've ever been in my daily life. Obviously, I've been happier. There's better moments in my life. But in my daily, regular, day-to-day life, that's probably the happiest I've ever been. And just anything would make me feel euphoric. So I don't know if it's a mental illness or not, but like I feel like I got this mental illness during COVID that made everything feel euphoric. Like...
People really need to have more education about mental health because, like, yeah, I just picked up a bad case of mental illness during COVID.
Playing Super Mario Sunshine, that was euphoric.
I got a minor case of bipolar. You know, it'll clear up,
Animal Crossing, just because the vibes are immaculate in that game when it first dropped.
That Gabe.
That, like, any immaculate vibes would give me euphoria. And even, like... just my room would give me euphoria. Like, I had, like, teal curtains, and whenever, like, the sun would, like, illuminate the curtains all over my room, and my entire room is, like, this really nice blue, I would feel euphoria. It would feel like I'm at peace. I feel like I am living my best life. And I have no idea what it is, I tried checking ChatGPT. They said it could possibly be bipolar disorder.
I asked ChatGPT and that I asked Chat P Diddy and it told me that it might be bipolar, yo.
But I don't know who the fuck trusts ChatGPT for anything. But
Why
I'm probably
did
gonna
you
talk about
ask?
this to my therapist because like I've been questioning it. But for like months, like throughout like the entire pandemic, except in January, which I'll explain that. But like throughout the entire pandemic, like little things will make me feel euphoria, and that's probably because like there was so little to do that
So
even
in that moment you were euphoric? That's great.
like little things you enjoy just gives you immense like a lot of dopamine. So that was probably it, and I was probably receiving like endless amounts of dopamine just from the littlest things. And the reason why I don't have this anymore is because in like January 2021, my mom sent me and my brother to a foster home, and I haven't felt that euphoria ever since. Maybe like sometimes.
Wait, he got fostered off your... How old are you?
More recently, I can't really think of an example, but it's happened recently. But
it's just this. I'm not sure, Chad. I'm really questioning all of this.
Like,
but remember, he says the channel isn't a troll, so like I have to believe that. We're going on the honor system here, buddy.
Intense euphoria, and it's not like a bad euphoria, like the euphoria you get from a vape, where you're like, it's kind of like an anxious euphoria. But it was like a good euphoria, and I think I developed some sort of like good mental illness during the pandemic or whatever.
I got a positive buff from my mental illness. You love it when that happens.
And I stopped feeling euphoric when I got sent to that foster home because literally nothing in my life I enjoyed because I'm not home. I enjoyed just doing my normal things, like doing my favorite things at home, and that brought me a lot of joy until I got sent to the foster home, and I had no joy. So I have no idea if anyone else has ever had a case like this.
See, that's a visual representation of Mario getting sent to the foster home dimension.
Where the littlest things would give you euphoria. But like, dude, music used to slap so fucking hard, like back in the pandemic. And I hope there isn't another pandemic, like monkey AIDS pox or whatever it is. Hopefully not. But
yeah, hopefully.
I think. Like, it was...
Didn't a bunch of monkeys just break out of a research lab or something?
It's, like, weird that the littlest things would give me euphoria. And it was honestly, like, really fun. Honestly. Like, I was just doing the things I love. And now I'm not doing anything I used to love now. I don't love as much at all. Like, barely. Anything I do gives me little joy in life. And I just wish I could go back. Even though the pandemic were some bad times, I think I was happy back then just because of that.
Yeah, I mean, all of it does sound a little concerning. You know, the whole, someone says this is like future mass shooter shit. I mean, let's be fair, that applies to most of the people I look at. I mean, let's call a spade here.
Little dopamine thing, you know? I thought that was really
yeah, this is after listening to Elliott Smith one time. It changes your whole worldview.
Cool. And honestly, there are days where I miss that.
Needle
but
in
before,
the
like, I realized
hay.
that it's like probably just like high amounts of dopamine from doing little with my life, and getting high amounts of dopamine from doing little things in my life because I was doing little.
I like that he said the same things like 4 times in a row here.
Things
this
in my
is
life.
So great.
I wasn't doing shit in my life at all during the pandemic.
Are
so
you
little
doing
things
shit
brought
now?
me joy. And yeah, dude, for like the past like 3 years, or like, well, it's gonna be 4, like probably like it's gonna be 4 years since it ended, that little euphoria thing. But it's been 4 years since things started giving me euphoria. And
so he's in a great mood then? I'm so confused. Yeah, I mean, he just keeps going with this type of stuff. Mario's got a vape review in this one. Worst addictions. things I've done that probably shortened my life. The whole channel is Mario, but then also a bit of Yakuza sometimes, and like some other games. Mario's new voice actor is insane. The Three Men You Should Not Idolize teaser. Where's that? Did you ever release that? Is that a thing? I don't think that ever came out. Well, yeah, that's Big Soprano, and I mean, I don't think I really believe that one. I'm not sure. Not sure. Seems a little suspicious, but he does say I'm not a troll, so again, I guess I have to believe that. I have no option but to believe that on the honor system.